Good afternoon. It's Heather Doyle Fraser, and I'm here today to do our afternoon pick me up. So, I'm going to start with my book, 40 Weeks, A Daily Journey of Inspiration and Abundance, like we do every day. I am so excited today that the weather has kind of showed up for us in Ohio. It's beautiful and sunny. It's still a little chilly, but that really helped my mindset today. And when I went for my walk with my dog, it felt so good to feel the sun on my face. So I hope that you have had a chance to step outside for a few minutes today. And if you haven't, please do that. Even if you can just sit on your porch or sit at your front door or in your backyard or on the sidewalk, just kind of peek your head out, get some fresh air, because it really helps. I just opened my book, and I opened it to week 21, day 4, and week 21, day 5. A time of releasing. Ooh, we haven't had any in this section yet. If you remember, my book is separated into 4 sections, 40 weeks. Each section is 10 weeks. A time of opening is the first 10 weeks. A time of allowing is the second 10 weeks. A time of releasing is the third 10 weeks. And a time of embracing is the fourth. So this is in a time of releasing. Hi, Gayla. I see you there. I hope you enjoy this one. So week 21, day 4, a time of releasing. Begin fresh. Start something you have been resisting or delaying. No more excuses. What is the first committed action you need to take today? You only need to take one small step to start or continue. And then the second reading, week 21, day 5, is be kind to yourself. Recharge, read, write in a journal, color, paint, sing, or dance. Just be in the way that feels best to you in the moment. Practice the art of not doing. And then, in the open space that you have created, listen. The sound of stillness can be beautiful. I like these two back to back. Obviously, I put them back to back in my book, but I like reading them together today because sometimes we need that reminder to begin again or to continue. Just take that one small step. It can be minute. It can be so tiny. And yet just taking that one step can give us some momentum and give us a fresh perspective and give us that feeling of, I did that. I did something. Even if it's washing your face in the morning. That can be, if you didn't do it the day before, that can be that one step. And then on the other side, to balance those two things, sometimes you need to practice the art of not doing. Sometimes you need to just be. Right now, I feel like there are so many ups and downs, and some moments you feel motivated, and some you don't feel motivated, and that's okay. This is an up and down time. And when you feel like you can take that one small step, take that one small step. And then take a deep breath and regroup and listen to the silence. Listen to the noise if there's noise. Just listen. And maybe kind of tune in to what your body and your heart are telling you, because you actually know what you need deep inside. Sometimes we forget that. We live kind of in a culture of media and culture of everything like coming at us all the time. And right now, maybe things aren't coming at us quite as much. Maybe they're coming at us more depending on what we're doing. But taking a few moments of stillness to just check in and see, if I were to start something, if I were to just continue with something, if I wanted to begin something just a little bit differently. Let's say I wanted to I don't know, sing a new song. Listen to the song. That's one small step, just listening to the song and then thinking about how you would sing that, or singing it, or singing it along with it. Even something like that can raise your mood and help you to do the next right thing that you want to do. So I like those two readings together. Even though they might seem a little contradictory, they're really not. They are supporting each other because you have to have both and. One this side, one that side, holding them together. That's what we're doing every day, right? Holding the tough stuff and holding maybe those good things that are in front of us too, and holding them together, because that's how life works. But when you can break it down into one small little thing that you can see, it's easier to do it all over your life. But just taking that one thing, that's it. So on top of that, I wanted to do another reading from our book, Freedom. My husband and Chris and I wrote this book. And Chris did a video a couple weeks ago that we haven't been able to upload onto. We've had some technical difficulties. But it was this lovely video for kids during this time. And so I wanted to bring out one of the things from this book that we wrote, practice number 2, the wise child, because when I talk about, when I found that the 2 readings that I did from the 40 weeks book today, my 40 weeks book, I realized that sometimes it feels like I can't tune in. Like I feel like there's so much chaos and so many things coming at me. And so sometimes it's really helpful to remember yourself as a child and the things that you enjoyed when you were a child. And that's a clue on where you might want to go sometimes to kind of bring back a little bit of that joy in your life. And so like I was saying, Chris did this video for kids a couple weeks ago. And in doing that, he brought out his little Teddy from when he was young. He was just a little, and when I think about little small Chris with this little teddy bear, it just makes me smile. But look how loved it is. Oh my gosh. And you can see how rough and tumble he was because this bear has no more fur. There's very little fur. And then it's all stitched up. My mother-in-law stitched it up because he took him everywhere with him. And he took him outside, and I can only imagine the adventures that this little teddy went with Chris. And then we got out my stuffed animal that I had when I was little. Now, I got this stuffed animal when I was in 1st grade. This is my bunny, Veronica. Isn't she cute? She used to have little lips right there, but she doesn't anymore. And she also used to have a ribbon, but she doesn't. But my bunny looks a little bit different. You can tell that I was a little bit different of a child than Chris. I still love this bunny all the time, but she stayed inside with me, and she stayed with me when I was reading books, I think, a lot. I slept with her every night, and she was my constant companion when I was reading, but reading is different than playing outside in the trees. But this is Veronica, and this is little Teddy. So I thought I'd bring them as an inspiration for my wise child reading today. So here we go. Practice number 2. This is in chapter 4 of our book, which is discovering what's important to me. Whoops, I got to get this better at this. Discovering what's important to me. Another way, the wise child. Another way to help you discover what is important to you is to take a moment to reflect back to when you were a young child. Close your eyes and activate your soothing system by beginning to breathe slowly and intentionally in a rhythm that feels good to your body. We call this soothing rhythm breathing, and we'll ask you to breathe this way in many of the practices throughout this book. We've been talking about this for the past couple weeks, right? To start this soothing rhythm breathing, breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 3 to 5, and out slowly through your mouth, as if you were blowing through a straw or blowing out a candle. As you slowly breathe, add in a warm half smile, the kind of smile you would have when you see a good friend or family member you haven't seen for a while. This lets your body and mind know that all is well. So breathing in for a count of 3, and then breathing out. Just keeping that rhythm that feels good to you and your body, whatever that is. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll do this a few more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And keep breathing like this, and notice how you start to feel as if your body and mind are slowing down. And as you're inhaling, you can imagine a gentle voice in your head saying, mind slowing down, body slowing down. Just allowing any tension you're feeling to release, whether it's in your neck or any part of your body. Slowing down, slowing down. Now, imagine yourself as a young child and see yourself in your mind's eye. Remember the times when you felt joy and peace. Think about the things you loved playing as a child. Remember whether you enjoyed playing more inside or outside. See these images in your mind and remember all the details of what you were doing and who was with you. Where were you? Take your time and linger over all the details you can recall. Allow yourself to sit with your wise young child and remember what it felt like to do those beautiful, wonderful things you used to do. I mentioned when I was talking about my bunny Veronica that I did a lot of reading. So I see in my mind's eye a little girl on her bed reading, taking her book, maybe outside to the backyard when it was nice outside, reading in the shade. I feel that cozy, warm feeling all around me. So whatever it is for you, just bring that with you. Bring it back to this moment today, that feeling that you had, whatever you were doing. And then maybe give that a try today, maybe, or tomorrow. Maybe try one little piece of that. It might be just a little sliver of it. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. And see if you can bring that feeling back just a little bit, or even just bringing it back as you imagine it. I recently, the other night, decided I was going to reread the Harry Potter series. And of course, I didn't read that one when I was a child because it came out in, the 2000s, late 1990s or something. So I was in my 20s, late 20s. But even so, reading that series again, I started with book 1, and I've read the series over probably 8 times because I reread them each time that a new book came out. But starting book 1 again, just the first few pages felt like a big hug to me. So I read before I go to bed so I can feel that hug before I go to bed. And I've been doing that for a long time, but just picking up the Harry Potter book again, I really connected with that hug the past few nights as I've been reading right before I go to sleep. And it makes me feel better, and it helps me sleep better. So that's my little parting gift to you. I hope that you have a good rest of your day and get some fresh air if you can. And I will be back again with you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.